Okay, Traffic Committee, Gerard.
So I have two quick items. One is an update on our PCTI grant, the Smart Transportation Grant. And just to remind folks what that is, it is a funding that we received. They're federal dollars that's being administered through PennDOT with the assistance of the Delaware Valley Regional Planning Commission. And it's to do a study on Newtown Borough with the eye towards increasing the walkability and bikeability and connections to Newtown Township. So specifically Newtown Township Trail. So we are now ready to begin the project, I'm pleased to say. All the agreements are in place, and this Friday, April 15th, members of the Traffic Committee will meet with Jacobs Engineering, who is the consultant doing the study for us, or with us, and we are going to have our kickoff meeting and begin planning the next steps for the study. One of the first next steps would be to, after we outline the plan and the objectives, is to have a series of stakeholder meetings to have both public input and to have an assessment of progress against the study. These are called stakeholder meetings. And so one of the things we're going to be talking about on Friday is who are the stakeholders. And in the grant application, we listed a number of entities, such as the Borough Planning Commission, the police representatives from Police Department, representatives from Streets and Lights, Traffic Committee, of course, residents, business owners, PennDOT, Delaware Valley Regional Planning Commission, potentially the Bucks County Planning Commission, Bucks TMA. So a number of people who potentially could be part of this larger stakeholder group who we would invite to these meetings. So Friday is, like I said, the kickoff. We're going to be meeting with Jacobs to begin planning the study. And we anticipate that, or at least my hope is that in May we would have our first stakeholder meeting to really begin in earnest the overall study. And so that's where we are. It was just basically an update, and we were kind of running out of time on Wednesday before I could give that update to council and the public. And I did have one question related to this, actually, for our solicitor. In speaking with the representative from Jacobs Engineering, she asked me if the borough or if a notice to proceed letter is typical in one of these kind of studies. She said that in other type studies, the governing body issues a notice to proceed after everything has been put in place to say basically go. And so I don't know if that is something that we would typically do, or.
This council hasn't typically done it, at least not while I've been around. I think the notice to proceed was when you approved the contract and went forward. If there's been some sort of specifications and some modifications or specific directions that have been given, and it's something that they're asking for, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, if council wants to do that, but I don't believe it's necessary. I mean, again, the contract has been approved, so.
Okay. No, I don't think it's necessary on their part as well, but I'll raise it at our meeting on Friday. So. Okay. Do I have any questions on it from anyone in the public? So the second item is just an update on the traffic committee is planning a pedestrian safety week for the end of May, and we'll be hearing more about that probably at our May meetings, and I'll be asking again for a proclamation to that effect. But in the meantime, the Joint Traffic Committee, the Borough and Township Traffic Committee, put forward an idea to the Council Rock School District, and in fact, they presented at one of the recent meetings, which is to get involved in what is known as International Walk to School Day, and that's in October. And so they were asking the Council Rock School District if one, would the school district support the plans for this event and be part of the planning for this event and have information and education available at the schools and so forth. And overall, just kind of let the school district know the existence of this joint committee, what the goals are, and have a relationship built there with the school board. And so my understanding, the presentation went very well, and in fact, I think, Julia, you'll be getting a letter if you haven't already gotten one. I received from Amy Lustig an email today with this letter, and it's short. I'll read it to everyone, but it says, "Dear Mr. Servo and Ms. Waldorf, on behalf of the Board of School Directors, I want to thank you for your correspondence on the issue of pedestrian safety. I acknowledge and thank the representatives of the Township and Borough for their time at our last meeting of the Board of School Directors, advocating for a partnership on this issue. Council Rock School District would be pleased to partner with the joint Newtown Traffic Committee as you mark International Walk to School Day on October 5th, 2001. Please feel free to contact my office to coordinate plans and ideas for this day. Sincerely, Mark Klein, Superintendent of Schools." So, I just raise this and I read this just to show that the Traffic Committee is continuing to advocate for pedestrian safety. In particular, I think this is a good example of of not only now the borough and the township working well together, but also bringing in the school district as well on this issue. So, okay.
Any questions for Gerard?